she told what's his name. If it don't work out, I go back to hustling. Couple $100,000 up in my mother's name. Peace, what peace? Talking about don't shoot, tell that to police. Scared and underprepared, I can see. Promise I'ma get the comments before I decease. I never wanted to ever be over. I'm out of Philly, I thought it'd be colder. I might need a chauffeur. Check out my chicky, check out my. Now who are you? I don't know what you do. I don't know you short a few. Oh no, hold up, come on, out the jaw, come on. Now who are you? I don't know what you do. I don't know you short a few.
Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is Thursday Night Football on EA Sports. We are just moments away from what should be an excellent matchup between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Miami Dolphins. I'll see you again at halftime as we preview some of the action coming up on Sunday. But for now, it's Thursday Night Football. And on the call, as always, it's Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you, Coach. From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Miami Dolphins. Hi, everyone. Brandon Godden, Charles Davis. Charles, you look at the Dolphins as they enter play in this one. They come in off a good win on the road, and now they hit the home opener at 1-0.
And they looked awfully good last week and came away with a 2-touchdown victory. They did have a few reasons for concern defensively, but all in all, they'll take a repeat here if they could get it.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Chargers, they come into this one after a loss in the opener, and they're in for another tough test here.
And what a battle for an organization to look at your schedule and see 2 road games to start the season and not have a letdown immediately. You got to fight against that. They've got to come out ready to play.
Now the former 4th-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. It's Jaleel Adai who brings him down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. To throw on 2nd down. Reed forced out to his left. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down. You know, projections for him were a little all over the board. Some saw him as a day 3 pick, maybe a little bit higher, but here he is, round 3.
I do know teams that had him listed as a first-round talent. I also had teams that had him listed as a day 3 guy, which is rounds 4 through 7. So him going in the 3rd round kind of fit in the middle. I think he's going to have a chip on his shoulder wanting to prove that he should have been taken higher.
The Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Melvin Ingram in there to... Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
Here we go.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Looking to throw on second down. Reed. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he gets it down to the 32. They'll get a couple yards on that one. And they're going to face a third down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game?
Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Dolphins in possession of the football. They've got a 3rd down and 5 to start things out. From the gun, Reed buying time to his left. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And finally down at the 9-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
First foray into the red zone for Miami. They're looking at a 1st and goal from about the 9. Looking to throw. Reed. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
To throw on 2nd down. Reed being chased out left. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
There's nothing like pressure to affect the accuracy and the timing of a guy trying to throw the football. And on that play, they ended up flushing him to his left, contacted him as he's trying to throw the football, and that led to the incompletion.
From the gun on 3rd down. Reed flushed, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And out come the Dolphins now. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Reed steps away to his left. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Back to throw. Reed. They're able to locate Wilson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion. Operating from the gun. Reed. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Corey Legion able to drop him for a loss of a couple.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third. The Dolphins on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And he'll get it down here to the 43. Only able to get back a yard for his 4th down. The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. They were forced to punt last time. Now, I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full playbook. If they want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it. Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
To throw on 2nd down. Reed dancing to his left. Looking for Stills here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jaleel Adai. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. The 30. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here at half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be...
And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Chris Conley, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Dolphins have tied it. Now they can take the lead with the extra point. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts.
On 1st down, Reed forced out to his left. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
They'll run it now out of the gun. A little juke. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a 1st down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Throwing on 1st down, Reed. And he hits his target. It's Kenny Stills. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
3 yards on the tuck and run.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. On the right side open is Gesicki, and he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. A great play there. his first touchdown of the new season. And the Dolphins are in for 6. Now Adam Gase has put a pair of fingers up in the air. His offense is going to go for 2. Well, this offense only mustered 3 points in the first half on that field goal. They picked up the pace now. 2 third-quarter touchdowns.
Hey, you remember that appearance we had last week in front of that crowd, and they asked about halftime adjustments and all that was going on. And remember what I said. It's not always an adjustment at halftime. Sometimes just remembering the game plan and playing better, tuning it up and just working through it methodically. They got it done in this case.
Of course, I'll always remember that appearance because I had on a brown belt with black shoes. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you...
Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Picked off by Casey Hayward. Stills the intended target. That's an experienced DB picking off a rookie, and you know sometimes those experienced DBs, they love going against the young pups, don't they?
And I go...
Then the Dolphins getting set to go here. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down.
How many times have we seen this late in the fourth quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's across the 43 extra yards to the 43. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Looking to throw. Reed flushed out right. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
Looked to me like they adopted what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running the ball.
That's the first time I think I've seen where the coverage was good downfield, and they accounted for him and stopped him for a short pickup.
Yeah, I don't think it was a big adjustment, but much more emphasis on making sure they knew where he was when he decided to take off and go. And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. A very solid gain of 27.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
Watch it now, Barney!
From the gun, Reed. Buying time to his left. Open space inside the 10. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a first down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Escaping the... And he will score! Touchdown, Miami! It's their quarterback with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Dolphins have taken the lead here in the... On 1st and 10, Reed. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, Couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Throwing again. Reed. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here. That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Melvin Ingram in there to get him again. The 3rd time. So now here come the Dolphins. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Back to throw. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 10-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Back to throw. And an alley to run. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a 1st down. He's back to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. He'll look to throw. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That one goes for 24 yards. They'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. It's the former Hurricane, played on this very field, Denzel Perryman, in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A good pick up there of 20 yards. Operating from the gun. Reed. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Brandon Dunn in there to get him the 6th time they've sacked him tonight. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th. Well, partner, still a head-scratcher to me how this one ended. Down 3. I just thought, no matter the situation, you're in a spot where you can kick that field goal and go to overtime. Why not do it?
And this is where I think the analytics guys are going to continue to get more and more traction in the league. We've talked about different people now saying, I need a game management coach, someone in the booth to take the emotion out of it. Did they lose track of where they were on the clock, right? Did they lose track of where they were on the field? Was it makeable for their kicker? All those things come into play here, and it turns out they don't get it done.
So for the Dolphins, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week where they take on the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for our visitors, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head up to Orchard Park to take on the Buffalo Bills. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.